Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. So we're going to talk a little bit about Xiao. And I know a lot of you guys have been preparing for Xiao, waiting for Xiao to come out. So I just want to touch a little bit on him since there's plenty of updates regarding his skills, you know. And they even released a trailer for him earlier today. So I will leave the link to the trailer in the description below if you guys want to check it out for yourself. I will try not to play it too much right here because, you know, spoilers and stuff, some of you guys might want to avoid that just to be safe. But it's pretty dope. Apparently there are multiple other characters just like him. I would suggest you guys check it out. I'll leave the link in the description below. Alright, so make sure you guys claim your mega box of marvels. Today you get 3 heroes with 50,000 Mora, 100 Primal Gems and those things. Alright, so make sure you guys claim this. Hopefully you didn't miss any day, or else, yeah, so if you miss 2 days, I think there's a 2 days leeway for you to be able to still get something good out of all these Leben boxes. Let's dive into Xiao and talk about his skills a little bit since they have already revealed what he will do. Although the numbers are not officially out yet, but we sort of have an idea of what he's capable of. Okay, so we'd like to introduce Vigilant Yaksha Xiao to you all. So that's the full name apparently. Interesting. Here's the description of Xiao right here that MiHoYo themselves has provided. Xiao is a highly mobile burst damage dealer. Alright, so they didn't mention anything about support, so you are not supposed to use him as a support. He can sacrifice HP to obtain increased damage and jumping power for a short time. Pretty cool. That's the part that I think most players like about him because he can jump very high, right? So his weapon is a polearm and he's an animal type polearm character. Okay, so not going to dive too deep into the stories. We're going to look all the way down, scroll here and look at his talents. Okay, so this is what Xiao is capable of doing. Oh my god, this is awesome. Look at this. He attacks so fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His charge attack is like, looks like an uppercut that will throw enemies into the air. That is pretty cool. But how many times is he attacking? I can't even tell. I'm guessing there's like 6 to 7 attacks. Oh, 6 rapid strikes. 6 rapid strikes, alright. So charge attack consumes stamina to perform an upward thrust. So Zhongli does 6 as well. How about Xiangling? I assume all of them have 6. 5. Xiangling does 5. Okay, so that looks really good. Consume stamina to perform an upward thrust. I'm not sure how this will work. Will you actually throw enemies into the air? If they are the small type of enemies like those small helicurls, abyss mages, will you actually launch the enemy into the air? If that's the case, it's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, there's no indication of that right here. They are not really showing that right here as well. So let's jump into talents. He can dash mid-air. Wow, he can dash towards enemies. Alright, so that gives particles. 3 energy particles, not bad. Now this is called Lemniscatic Wind Cycling. Performs a high-speed dash dealing animal damage to enemies in his path. Can be used while airborne and starts with 2 charges. Now if I'm not aware, one of Xiao's constellation will give him an additional charge. So he will have like 3 charges or something along those lines. So yeah, that's something for, you know, any of you whales to consider if you guys are pulling for multiple copies of him. I'm just gonna get 1 copy of him most likely. I don't see the point of doing this mid-air, just to move forward faster I guess, when you are traversing in the open world. So that helps a bit I guess. Alright, looking into the talents. Now this is really cool. Bane of all evil. So this allows Xiao to do multiple things. He basically infuses his attack with animal. So he will be able to jump extremely high, which is pretty cool. Alright. And increases his AoE and damage. Okay. And also he will continuously lose HP. That is going to be... yeah, that part is a bit... how does this work? Because if you don't watch your HP, will you just die halfway while you are using these attacks? While you're using his attacks, right? I think that there should be a limit that it will not drop below 1 HP, I think. I could be wrong. If you are using him or if you plan to pull for him, it looks like you really need a healer. At least 1 healer in your team. So yeah, overall, looking at him, looking at Xiao, the only character that we have right now that's very similar is Razor. Now obviously comparing Xiao and Razor is going to be pretty interesting because I do think that they are both in the same like category in a way. When they basically, their E skills are alright if you want to use them for their E skills. I'm not sure if Xiao basically has an ability to hold the E and then it will do something else. I don't think there is, but Razor's hold E, you can basically do that. And when you use their Q, right, for example, for Razor, if you use your Q, but if you decide to switch him out and then you switch him back in, that ultimate disappear. And it looks like the same thing is gonna be applied for Xiao as well, because it's literally mentioned here, the effect of the skill ends when Xiao leaves the field. Now you can tell that Xiao is a very selfish character. You want to basically use him 80% of the time to be able to benefit from his ult to the utmost damage. And of course that, you know, whether or not you're going to like that is going to depend on individual players, I guess. For me, I don't know, I guess I'm okay. I'm not too flustered about things like that. But it's just going to be interesting to see how much his HP or how fast his HP can drain, right? Now in terms of the weapon, currently based on what I see, there are a couple of options, a couple of choices. If I were to build Xiao, I'll probably take out Zhongli's weapon. Right now I have this Primordial Jet Wing Spear. But looking at free-to-play options, so-called free-to-play, number one, weapon right here in the Paimon's bargain shop, the Black Cliff Pole might be a solid option. Alright, it gives crit damage, number one, and also when you defeat enemies, it gives you attack increase. So this is actually not too bad for a free-to-play weapon. If you actually have some of the Masterless Star Glitter available, you can consider this one for sure. This is one option. Now the second option, if you are willing to pay and buy the battle pass, of course, the deathmatch is going to be a pretty solid choice, right? This weapon gives crit rate as opposed to crit damage, and in my opinion, most of the time when it gives crit rate, it's going to be easier to build. As far as I've been told, Xiao do have a crit rate as the Ascension stat, so he might not need crit rate as much. So this one, I like the effect of this one more, because if there are at least 2 opponents nearby, attack is increased by 16%, and if there are less than 2 opponents, meaning there's only 1 enemy, your attack is increased by 24%. So by far, against bosses, this is already better, right? Whereas for the other one, Black Cliff weapons, you need to be able to kill enemies. So it's more towards the Spiral Abyss side, whereas this one is going to be much more universal. You can use this everywhere, it seems like. I don't know, I like this spear a lot because it seems to have 100% uptime. And lastly, if we're talking for an alternative free-to-play option for free-to-play players, the Prototype Star Glitter is also a good one. So this one, when you use Elemental Skill, it increases your normal and charge attack damage by 8%. Now keep in mind, this is normal and charge attack, it doesn't increase your plunge damage. So that could be something that you want to look out for, because it only improves these 2 aspects, whereas if you are willing to buy the deathmatch, you just get 24% attack boost, and that is basically going to boost all sources of damage, right? It's going to improve your elemental skill, it's going to improve your elemental burst, it's going to improve your, you know, your normal, your charge, your plunge attack, everything. This one is only going to help you with the normal and charge aspect of it. So out of these 3, I think this is my least favorite, but if you don't have any other options, and if you're just starting out, most likely this is going to be your best bet, the Prototype Star Glitter. It does seem like it's tailored towards Xiao, because 2 stacks where you can spam your E twice for Xiao. So yeah, let me know which weapon do you guys think is best on Xiao. Let me know which weapon do you plan to or intend to equip on your Xiao. I would love to hear from you guys as well. Alright guys, with that being said, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Man, can't wait for Xiao. I will see you guys in the next video. Right, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, give this video a like. Hopefully once Xiao comes, I'm gonna pull for him and hopefully I will be able to beat the 50-50. Alright, have a nice day. Goodbye.